It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only Survivor podcast. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how you doing this week?
You know what? I'll just say fine. We can move on from there.
Yep, everybody's doing fine.
Everything's great. No need to talk about anything. Let's get right to the Survivor.
The only thing to talk about is our next simulated season of Survivor. Thomas, do you want to simulate
Yeah,
this
man, there
season
is
of Survivor?
there has been civil unrest. People cannot wait to hear this episode.
Yes, this episode is going to be Survivor versus Project Runway. Thomas, do you remember everybody you picked last week when we discussed this?
No, but I remember certain people.
Who do you remember?
I know I picked Gretchen. I know I picked Mondo. I'm trying to think of who else I picked.
You picked a lot of winners.
Yeah, I think I picked like Dimitri and Seth Aaron. I don't know. You can tell me who else I picked.
Yes, the other people you picked were Steven Suede Baum.
Yeah, yes, I did pick him.
Elena Slivniak?
I believe she also won, right?
Let's see.
I think she won an All-Star season, maybe.
There's so many All-Stars seasons.
There's like 7 of them.
Yeah, that's what I learned.
Well, it was its own show. It was like its own show for a while.
That ran concurrently with Project Runway, if I understand correctly. Great. Okay,
yeah, which is why they had different hosts.
Here's everybody and their wins in your tribe. Anthony Williams, who won the 6th season of All-Stars.
Yep.
Dmitry Sholikov, who won season 10 and also All-Stars 4. Dom Streeter, who won All-Stars 5. Elena Slivniak, who I don't believe won.
Okay, so she hasn't won. I know she was in an All-Star season.
Yes, I think she came in like 2nd or 3rd in one of her seasons. Fabio Costa, who apparently has also not won.
Yep.
Gretchen Jones, who won season 8. Michelle Lesniak, who won All-Stars season 7. Mondo Guerrera.
He won All-Star season 2, didn't he?
1.
Season 1, I see.
Yes. Seth Aaron Henderson, All-Stars 3 winner, and Steven Suede Baum, who I mentioned already.
Yeah.
What is the difference between an All-Star season and a regular season?
It basically is like any All-Star season that they've done on Survivor. Like, they compete. I think they're a little less, like, I think the challenges are a little more difficult, but, like, and there are different judges, and, like, a different, like Heidi didn't host it. But otherwise it's basically just, like, people that were memorable. A lot of times it was people that, they would have previous winners on it, but a lot of times it was people that, finished in 2nd or 3rd, in the case of somebody like Mondo, so, who basically everyone thought he should have won over Gretchen. So he got a chance to go again and he won.
Mondo would have won, right?
It's true, yeah. Yeah, that one was... Season 8 was a good season with a bad ending because Heidi for, like, the last few, like, episodes basically completely put her thumb on the scale for Gretchen. Like, Gretchen probably should have been eliminated, but Heidi made sure she made it to the end. And
Tim Gunn was very against her win, from what I read, yes?
Yeah, because she sucked. Like, not only was she, like, a weird, manipulative, like... She was, like, a sociopath, and also, like, not really that good. Like, her stuff wasn't that good, just Heidi liked it.
And she ended up winning.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That season, I'm still bitter about the end of that season. She had no fucking business winning that.
That's how I feel about a lot of seasons of Survivor.
It's true.
Thomas, where you have, I think, 7 winners across your tribe, I only have 1, and that is Ethan Zahn, who hasn't won since 2001, I think? 2002? Somewhere around there. My other people are Angela Angelina Keeley, Suri Fields, Colby Donaldson, Jessica Lewis, Johnny Fairplay, Survivors Fabio, Cass, Russell, and Sue Hawk. That's a very good tribe, I think.
That is a good tribe.
I'm very pleased with it.
Hopefully Sue doesn't get sexually assaulted this time.
Yeah. I was thinking, what seasons should we watch in this off season? And the thought of All-Stars came up. But then I remembered what happens in All-Stars, and I thought, maybe not that one.
No, I think I was talking. It's funny. I've been talking to both my sister and my cousin, who both have watched a lot of old seasons of Survivor and watch a lot of Survivor. And my sister was saying I think they were watching All Stars, and my cousin was saying we should watch San Juan del Sur.
I love
that or
San Juan
Token
del
Teens.
Sur. Yeah, those are two of the best seasons. I think those are both good options.
Especially now that we've got like Natalie and Jeremy fresh on the mind from this season.
For sure. Neither of those seasons are the seasons we will be simulating, Thomas, this week. But I do want you to try to figure out which season we are simulating, because it is a season you have seen. So keep that in mind as we go through. It's probably going to be easier than last week's. Last week's we got a wrench thrown in because nobody picked up that idol nullifier when we did David versus Goliath.
Yep.
But that's fine. So it goes in Survivor sometimes.
I also feel like David versus Goliath was much more like the theming of it wasn't really, I don't feel like it was memorable because of challenges or anything like that. It was very much like a personality season.
True. I would agree with that. I picked it because I think without the personalities of Davids and Goliaths, it's a pretty run-of-the-mill season.
Yes. That one was very much elevated by its cast.
Yes. Whereas other seasons, hint, hint, are very elevated, hint, hint, by their theme, hint, hint.
Oh, I see.
I created some alliances before we go into it. So if they've played on a season together from either tribe, they're in an alliance together. There's also an all-winners alliance because Thomas, again, picked 7 winners on his tribe.
I did pick 7 winners.
And I picked only 1. So all of those 8 people are in an alliance together. Let's see if all 8 of them make it to the merge or the swap. We'll see. Okay. Let's start with episode 1. What a better place to start, huh? We start with a twist. A designed runner, I believe it means designated, a designated runner will have to race through a set of obstacles to dig up 3 sets of keys. Does this sound familiar yet, Thomas?
Yeah, I do kind of remember this one.
Okay, then a designated puzzle solver will need to use the keys to unlock a sliding puzzle. The first person to finish their puzzle wins reward for their tribe. Sue is chosen as the leader of the Survivor tribe. Dimitri is chosen as the leader of the Project Runway tribe.
Oh, yeah. What season was it that they had the tribe leaders? I know which one this is.
They do it occasionally.
Is this Ghost Island?
Yeah, it's Ghost Island.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, the fact that Ghost Island is one of the more memorable in terms of, gameplay stuff that they had, so... Good, I like that season. I'm excited to see what they do.
I'm glad you got that so quickly before anything that was and then this person goes to Ghost Island.
Yeah, that obviously would not have been very hard to figure out.
Yeah. Fabio, and Angelina compete for Survivor as runner and puzzle solver. Michelle and Mondo compete for Project Runway as runner and puzzle solver. Sue forfeits the challenge for Survivor to keep the fishing kit. I don't remember that being an option in Ghost Island, but sure. So Project Runway wins reward. They win a massive shelter building kit. They also win 20 eggs and flint. So they're starting off strong.
Yeah, they won a whole city.
They won a whole city. Congrats to them. Nobody has found a idol yet. At the immunity challenge, each tribe will have to race across a net bridge. Where 2 bags are hanging, working together, they will then need to untie bags to get a pair of ropes. There's a lot of untying and tying in this one. Using the ropes, the tribe will need to slide a sled of puzzle pieces, and then there's a puzzle. Okay, so it's every immunity challenge. Project Runway wins immunity. They also win more Flint.
Dang, if somebody hides the Flint, they're still going to be fine.
Yeah, if they have a Wendy on their tribe, they're going to be all right. The winning tribe can send one player of the losing tribe to Ghost Island. This player will not attend tribal council. They choose Ethan. That's pretty good. I'm very happy about that because when I did a test run of this, Ethan did quit in episode 1, so I'm glad he's not doing that this time around.
Ethan!
I ran a test run and I was like, oh man, I hope this refreshes when we do this for real. I hope I didn't spoil it for myself. Ethan is on Ghost Island. There is a secret advantage available. Ethan can wager his next vote for a chance to win. He does not wager his vote. Pretty smart for Ethan. Angelina and Colby bond slightly. I did not expect that. Colby and Sue bond slightly. The Heroes versus Villains alliance dissolved immediately. Fabio's a target. Angelina is a target. And
I can't believe that Angelina would be a target. I can't believe anything about Angelina's personality would make her a target.
I think she's great. I don't know why everybody doesn't love her.
She's just I don't think she's a bad player. She's just she doesn't play like Russell, but I think she's like Russell in that she is too abrasive a player to win a vote.
Yeah. I don't know that she has as much at least in her season, I don't know that she had as much self-awareness in being abrasive as...
Yeah, it's not a choice in the way that it is with Russell. Like, Russell, it's very much like a calculated thing.
I don't think it's a choice to be abrasive. I think it's a choice that he leans into the abrasiveness of his personality.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He's playing a character of himself.
Yeah, and those are the best
he just likes being...
Survivor.
He likes being a wrestling heel.
Yeah. You know what? I love me a wrestling heel. That's why I love
great.
Charlotte Flair.
There's a reason his seasons are good. It's because he's a fun character.
Yeah.
I was just saying.
His first season?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's another good one.
But I still think maybe my favorite scene in all of any season of Survivor is him and Parvati making fun of JT's letter. It's
it's so good.
One of the that, or it's either that or another Russell involved thing, which is Sandra throwing his hat in the fire.
I was just gonna say like the complete opposite in terms of Russell being fun to watch. The complete opposite is watching his hat burn in the fire. That's such a good season.
It's a great season. The Parvati Russell dynamic is one of my favorites. That was another thing we were talking about. Was like there are people that very erroneously think that he took Parvati to the end, and like Parvati was the
Russell.
one controlling that relationship. Like she knew exactly what, like she had him completely figured out.
Yeah, I remember Heroes versus Villains being the first season I watched front to back since coming back to Survivor, and being like, oh wow, Russell's so cool, like with his the way he's like playing all these idols and everything. He's playing everybody, and then like rewatching it 10 years later, I'm like, oh no. Like,
Parvati is manipulating him the entire time. It's great.
She's doing exactly what she needs to be doing. I totally understand why people are always like, Parvati probably should have won Heroes versus Villains.
Yeah, I think it was a 1A, 1B scenario. Like, I think I still think Sandra deserved, like, I think she should have won, but, like, it was really close.
I think if there had been a hero in the final three instead of Russell, I think if Colby had been in final three rather than Russell, Parvati would have won.
Yeah, I think that's probably reasonable.
Because there were so many heroes on the jury, they didn't want to vote for Russell or Parv.
No.
And Sandra was the only person there that really tried to extend that olive branch. I mean, obviously, Heroes versus Villains has been discussed forever, for 10 years.
Because it's great.
Because
great
it's very
season.
good, and it deserves it. And it's good. But is it as good as Survivor versus Project Runway? I don't know.
Probably not.
Because on Heroes vs. Villains, at no point did Dom and Seth Aaron Henderson have a minor disagreement.
Oh, no!
But then Dom and Elena have found something in common, and that has a lasting impact
I love the phrasing of this so much. It's like they realize that they both like to design clothes.
Remember in Pearl Islands when when Rupert won a sewing kit?
Yes.
I wonder if that would be cool if they'd won this one. Oh, we should have done Pearl Islands. So that could have happened.
Yeah.
Oh, well, too late now. Suede is impressing the rest of the team. Thomas, remember how I told you you can give stats to people before going into these simulated seasons?
Yes. You did tell me that.
Yes. So I learned in researching everybody on your tribe that Suede refers to himself in the third person. Did you know this?
Yes.
So I gave him a very low rating in social ability.
Yeah, that does tend to be a problem.
I don't like that.
You get some big personalities on Project Runway.
I'm sure. Also, last week when we were casting and you were like, this wiki is not good, I was like, it's probably fine. We'll say about this. But I went to the Project Runway wiki because the Survivor wiki is incredible. There's so much information on it.
Yeah.
Because people with, what's it called, love this show. And it's not the same for Project Runway.
No, it's a ghost town. I was really annoyed. They don't even have pictures for most of the people.
A third of everybody, like a quarter to a third of everybody on every season has like a hyperlink. And some of them are like big name stylists now or whatever, so they have real Wikipedia articles, but some just have Project Runway wiki articles. And so I clicked on Fabio Costa's, and it's a link that does work, but there is no information, no summary, his name, and no picture. That's the entire Wikipedia article for Fabio Costa. Like, what? Nobody has taken the time to do this? It's unfortunate.
Apparently not.
It's unfortunate. Elena leaves the Project Runway Season 10 alliance, so now it's just Fabio and Dimitri in that alliance. At Tribal Council, if anybody has an immunity idol and they want to play it, now is the time to do so. Once again, I say it perfectly every time. First vote, Angelina. Second vote, Fabio. Angelina, Fabio, Angelina, Fabio, Angelina. Fabio is first to go, 5-4.
No, I like him.
Fabio's good. Okay. So that's who I already voted for. Okay. Next episode. Survivor Hidden Immunity Idol is currently hidden until Sue Hawk finds it. That's pretty exciting. I don't think Sue Hawk's ever played in a season with a Hidden Immunity Idol, so this will be fun to see. You don't seem excited about Sue Hawk.
I don't know. I mean, I'm always excited about Sue Hawk, but as far as the like idols and stuff like that, like I think we saw from this season, old school players tend to get smoked by new school players when they're playing a new school game.
Well, sure, but also...
Like, I think Yule made it the furthest of any of the, like, older school players, and he was always playing, like, a modern style.
In Winners at War, yeah, I guess so.
Like, he was using game theory or whatever, which I think is a little over the top, but, like, he definitely was always very strategic. It wasn't...
I think the most recent old school player, quote unquote, is probably Tommy from Island of the Islands. Because he never played an advantage. He never had an advantage. He literally won based on his likability. Like, that's... You don't really see that so often anymore. I can't think of...
Man, I've already forgotten, like, everything about Island of the Islands.
That's fine. There's a reason to not ever think about it. It's the modern-day All-Stars. Project Runway once again wins immunity. This is very embarrassing. You also win chairs, pillows, blankets, and a washboard. Winning tribe.
This is really funny because the Project Runway team would absolutely get, like, there's no way that they would do well.
The thing is, Thomas...
They're not built for that.
I barely gave anybody on your tribe any stats because there was like no information online I could find about them. So they're just average in most every category. So the fact that they're succeeding 2 out of 2 immunity challenge, that's pretty exciting. They once again...
I could see Gretchen being... Because Gretchen did, like, play a very, like, manipulative, like, groupthink-oriented social game. So I could see her being, like, have a tribe or alliance on lockdown in one of these. There are people that I think have qualities that would work for Survivor. I just don't know that they could hack it, in the elements.
Yeah. I would like to watch this show.
It's good, dude. Watch season 8, honestly. Season 8 is a really good intro season.
Okay, good to know. Yeah. I've been watching The Curse of Oak Island. Have you seen this show? Have you heard of this show?
I have. Have I seen this? I have not seen or heard about this.
You would not enjoy it. It's a History Channel show about some old men who are looking for treasure in a rich person's island in Canada.
Okay.
It's very good.
Do you like it?
No, but I do like to get high and watch it as I'm falling asleep. So it's got that going for it.
Yeah,
it's
whatever works. Nobody's perfect.
There's worse things that could happen, like the Project Runway tribe sending Ethan to Ghost Island again.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Less information to get out, I guess. Unfortunately, there's no secret advantage available. Colby and Johnny Fairplay find something in common, probably both being old school players. It has a lasting impact. Suri leaves her alliance with Fairplay. Individual targets. Suri is targeting Angelina. Colby is targeting Cass. The final targets are Angelina and Cass. Over on Project Runway, Michelle has a major meltdown. Is this surprising to you, Thomas? Michelle Lesniak has a major
meltdown. Honestly, it is kind of surprising to me.
Is she pretty level-headed usually?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, apparently it was enough to get Dimitri to leave the alliance he was in with her. So now
Dimitri I could see having a meltdown. Yeah, Michelle was always pretty even-keeled. Dimitri was kind of like an eccentric. If anybody would have a meltdown, it would be Elena, because Elena was, like, very hot-tempered.
Well, there's still a lot of season left. Okay. The first vote at this tribal council goes to Cass, Angelina, Cass, Angelina. God damn it. 6 votes Angelina, 2 for Cass.
Oh, no.
What bullshit.
Your favorite player.
Angelina, my all-time favorite player. And guess who voted? The other vote for Cass was from Jessica Lewis. She voted based on personal preference among the targets.
Well, that'll happen sometimes.
We stand Jessica Lewis on this podcast. As a part of a twist, new tribes are randomly assigned. There will be 2 tribes. The new Survivor tribe is, oh boy, Colby, Fairplay, Anthony Williams, Dmitry Shalikov, Fabio Costa, Gretchen Jones, Michelle Lesniak, Mondo Guerra, and Steven Swadebaum. Am I saying Mondo's last name correctly?
There's like no Survivor people on that tribe.
Project Runway tribe is Dom Streeter, Elena Slivniak, Seth Aaron Henderson, Suri Fields, Ethan Zahn, Jessica Lewis, Cass McQuillan, Russell Hantz, and Sue Hawk. So that's a fun swap.
Yeah. It certainly is.
Let's see. Ethan is now on a tribe with 2 other winners who are Dom and Seth Aaron Henderson. All the rest of the winners are on the other tribe. Sue has her idol still. Nobody else has an idol. This game is called All Along the Watchtower. It's an immunity challenge. The Survivor tribe, which is mostly Project Runway people, wins immunity. They also win a tarp. The winning tribe can send 1 player from the losing tribe to Ghost Island. They choose Seth Aaron Henderson is his name. There is no secret advantage available at Ghost Island. Why?
Man, what is the point of it at this point?
What wasn't the whole point of Ghost Island that there was always a secret advantage available?
Yeah, you could always go for one. Maybe they're not choosing to go for one, and it just doesn't know how to say that.
Anthony and Mondo found something in common. Michelle is impressing the rest of the team. Real bounce back for Michelle.
Oh, good for Michelle.
Sue has her immunity idol. Dom and Suri find something in common. The Winners Alliance dissolves. There were so many people in that alliance. How could that ever happen?
Yeah, these big alliances, they never splinter.
An 8-person alliance in a 20-person season? How could that not work?
The idea of having an 8-person alliance is insane.
Between 2 tribes? Yeah, that doesn't really work.
That's completely untenable.
The final targets are Dom, Jessica, and Elena. At the tribal council, nobody plays a idol. Jessica, Elena. It's a tie vote. They re-vote. And the final vote is 4-2. Elena is out. First Project Runway person to leave. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, she probably ruffled some feathers.
Yeah. Okay. Next episode. Currently no idol hidden at the Survivor Beach because Sue has it. This game is called Water Slaughter. Do you remember anything from Water Slaughter? I believe we've talked about it before, Thomas.
I think if you describe it, I might, but...
2 members from each tribe would battle for a life ring. The tribe that gets one of their members on the ring and on a flagpole scores a point. The first tribe to 3 wins reward.
Okay. I think I do remember this one.
Project Runway wins reward, which again is mostly Survivor people. Just remember that, so don't get too excited. They win peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with ice cold milk. They send Suede to Ghost Island. He will return for immunity. Suede is on Ghost Island. There is a secret advantage available. Suede can wager his vote for chance to win, but does not wager his vote. Back at the next immunity challenge, the Survivor tribe wins immunity. You know, as long as Colby and Fairplay are still around, that's what I'm
It's hilarious that these seasoned Survivor veterans are getting absolutely dominated by a bunch of fucking clothing designers.
Yeah. Anthony Williams and Johnny Fairplay bond slightly. It does have a lasting impact. Cass is impressing the rest of her tribe. Seth Aaron Henderson is impressing the rest of his tribe. Ethan leaves the All-Stars Alliance. Dom is targeting Russell. Ethan is targeting Suri. Suri is targeting Jessica. Russell is targeting Cass, and Cass is targeting Seth Aaron Henderson. It's one of those episodes where everyone's a target. Remember that Spoon song? Russell, Jessica, and Cass.
Don't make me a target.
Yeah. Jessica, Russell, and Cass are the final targets. Who do you think is going home this time?
I hope it's Cass.
Well, let's see. Jessica, Cass, Russell, Jessica, Cass. Jessica, Cass, Cass. 4 for Cass, 3 for Jessica, 1 for Russell. So, Cass,
Bye.
the tribe has spoken. Bye! Okay. On the next episode of Survivor, what's it called?
Previously on Survivor.
Survivor versus Project Runway. Sue's still holding on to that idol. Good stuff. Rod, screw it. Each tribe will need to hop over a series of tables to a pile of large sandbags. They will need to search through the sandbags for a lever. Pulling the lever will release 60 smaller sandbags. What the fuck? Which tribes will need to collect. Using the small sandbags, they will need to hit a spinning target, raising a flag. This challenge sounds like it sucks.
Yeah.
I
certainly wouldn't want to participate.
Survivor wins reward. They win coffee and pastries, your favorite reward. Winning tribe.
Oh yeah, for when you absolutely positively need to have diarrhea.
Jessica is sent to Ghost Island. Jessica's really getting the short end of the stick this season, it seems like. There's no secret advantage available. Project Runway wins immunity. So that's exciting. These Project Runway people will finally have to go to Tribal Council. The final targets are Fabio and Suede. Who do you want to see go?
Probably Suede.
Yeah, me too. Dom and Jessica have a small fight. Jessica, what is going on with you?
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot of fights going on.
Nobody plays an idol. Fabio, Suede. Everybody votes for Suede. So that wasn't surprising at all. At the next twist, new tribes are randomly assigned. There will be 3 tribes. Members of the 3rd tribe will start from scratch. The new Survivor tribe is Colby, Dom, Gretchen, Michelle, and Sue. The new Project Runway tribe is Sari, Jessica, Mondo, Russell, and Seth. And the 3rd tribe is Anthony, Dimitri, Ethan, Fabio, and Fairplay. Which is your favorite tribe of these, Thomas?
Probably the 3rd one. The 2nd and 3rd one is who it was between.
I like the 2nd one more. I like Russell and Sari being on a tribe together. I don't think we've ever seen
that's
that.
pretty good. It was very close. It was very obviously not the first one because Gretchen's on it.
You love Gretchen. She was the first person you
my
cast.
favorite player.
Okay. What happens next? Okay, this challenge is called Sir Duke. One person from each tribe will be the caller. The rest will be blindfolded. Okay, everybody knows this tribe, or this challenge.
Wait, is that why it's called Sir Duke?
I guess. What does Sir Duke mean? I've never heard of that.
Sir Duke is a Stevie Wonder song.
Oh. Oh. Okay. That's a little fucked up.
And like Stevie Wonder, they're only, they're not really blind. They're just pretending.
Yeah. Isn't that your favorite conspiracy theory?
It's the best. It is the best conspiracy theory. There is no better conspiracy theory.
Well, I heard that jet fuel can't melt steel beams. So, okay. This is a special segment of Thomas Guess the challenge title, but we're doing things a little differently. Seeing if any of these other names are Stevie Wonder songs. It's also been called Blind Leading the Blind. I don't think that's a Stevie Wonder song.
No. I mean, other than just referencing someone being blind. Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, there's a lot of names, Thomas, so I'm just going to power through these. If any stand out to you, let me know. Tiki Towers, Palanquin Slalom, Flip Out, Blind Cube Crisis, Four on the Floor. Is Four on the Floor a Stevie Wonder song?
No, I don't think so.
Love is Blind, Blind Build, Blind Rage, Money Roll, Sears and Doers, Smoko, Family Ties, Ow Pairs, that's very clever, Holland Oats.
Why is it called Holland Oats?
I don't know. Collarblind, Blind Faith, and Sir Duke. Yeah. So, that's something. Good catch on that. I would say, is it because Stevie Wonder is a ghost and it's Ghost Island, but Stevie Wonder is still alive.
He is very much alive.
So, I don't know about that. Anyway, Project Runway, the 3rd Project Runway tribe wins immunity, who is mostly survivors. Survivor tribe, who is again mostly Project Runway people, wins immunity, which means the 3rd tribe is going to Tribal Council. Feeling good about that tribe still, Thomas?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Jessica and Russell bond slightly. How does that happen? Okay.
Who would allow this to happen?
Jeff, we gotta talk about this. Anthony and Ethan find something in common. It has a lasting impact. That's always promising. Fabio and Fairplay find something in common. Probably both their names start with F.
Yep.
Dimitri, Ethan, and Fairplay form an alliance. The final targets are Anthony and Fabio. Who would you rather see go?
Probably Anthony.
Okay. Anthony, Fabio. Everybody votes for Fabio.
No!
Sorry. Okay, up next is Disky Business is this reward challenge.
Great. It's a great challenge name.
All members of the tribe will have to pull on a rope and on a balance beam to suspend a disc. They will have to stack blocks spelling reward on the disc while pulling on the rope. If anybody falls off the balance beam or their block stack falls, they must start over. The first two tribes to finish win reward. The third tribe wins. They win grill, chicken kebabs, steaks, and spices. And the Project Runway tribe wins reward. They win chicken kebabs. And they can also send one player from the losing tribe to Ghost Island. They send your favorite person, Gretchen Jones.
Oh,
she
man.
will be back for the next immunity challenge.
Great. Does she get anything?
She has the opportunity. She can wager her vote for a chance to win a secret advantage. She does wager her vote, and she loses.
Oh, hell yeah. This is perfect.
Next immunity challenge is called Cruel Sea. I like it. One at a time, castaways from each tribe will dive into the water, run on a ramp floating in the water, then dive back in to retrieve a set of 3 rings. Okay, this is a pretty standard challenge. The third tribe wins immunity. The survivor tribe wins immunity. Sue is still holding on to her idol. Dom and Gretchen form an alliance. Is that something you could see happening? Dom and Gretchen?
Maybe.
Oh, guess what? It's finally happened.
What?
Russell has found the Project Runway hidden immunity idol.
Oh. You knew it was coming.
Jessica is impressing the rest of the team. Suri is targeting Jessica. But remember, Jessica's got a close relationship with Russell now, so Seth Aaron Henderson is targeting Mondo because he has a slightly negative opinion about Mondo and considers him a small threat. The final 3 targets are Mondo, Seth, and Jessica. Ethan is impressing the rest of his tribe. Dimitri leaves his alliance with Ethan and Fairplay. Anthony and Fairplay form a new alliance. Russell has the Project Runway. Nobody plays an idol. Jessica, Mondo. Oh, thank God it wasn't Jessica. I'm very worried about Jessica, you know. Are you sad to see Mondo go?
I am always sad to see Mondo go.
You like Mondo?
I do like Mondo. He was one of my favorite Project Runway players.
Unfortunately, he does not make the merge.
No.
Just misses it. The people who are in the merge are Anthony, Suri, Colby, Dimitri, Dom, Ethan, Gretchen, Jessica, Johnny Fairplay, Michelle Lesniak, Russell, Seth Aaron Henderson, and Sue Hawk. So, let's see what happens. Sue and Russell still have their idols. A lot of people are forming alliances. Sue is on Ghost Island after a note is randomly placed in one buff. The castaway who finds it can go to Ghost Island during the night. Sue goes. There's a secret advantage available. Sue can wager her vote for a chance to win. She does not wager her vote. She's a smart player.
Yeah. Yeah, Sue always was.
Okay, Thomas, this one's called Audioslave. I know for a fact we have talked about this challenge. Do you remember anything about Audioslave?
No.
Not even the band?
I mean, I know about Audioslave the band. That's the supergroup composed of Chris Cornell and all of the members of Rage Against the Machine except for Zach De La Rocha.
Do they have that album with the, like, flame, like in the desert?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Okay, Audio Slave.
They were okay. They were worse than the two bands that they were a supergroup. You know, like they weren't as good as Soundgarden, and they weren't as good as Rage Against the Machine.
Who's the best
They were
supergroup?
okay. Honestly, there aren't very many good supergroups, so they are one of the better ones.
Probably From Justin to Kelly, I would say is my favorite supergroup.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm still mad about, actually? The fact that Ruben Studdard, and I know you didn't ask, but Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken never made a From Justin to Kelly.
A movie. Yeah, they should have been forced to make a movie.
I remember hearing that they were going to do like a Three Stooges kind of movie or something. I might be misremembering that. It would have been really...
Yeah, I think probably because the first one flopped so horribly, they thought,
but imagine
to do this.
Anyway... In Audio Slave, each castaway must hold a boom pole over their head with a tiki statue at the end while standing on a narrow perch. Every few minutes, they will move to a narrower part of the perch. Colby wins immunity. How are you feeling about Colby so far?
I like Colby just fine. I am okay with that.
I agree. Michelle impresses the rest of the team, but she does have a major fight with Sue, which is not great for either of them, but it does bring Michelle closer to Seth Aaron Henderson. Do you like Seth Aaron Henderson?
Seth Aaron's cool. Yeah, I like him a lot.
Well, his finding something in common with Michelle has a lasting impact. That's pretty exciting.
Oh, man.
Suri and Ethan form an alliance. I like to see that. Anthony is targeting Michelle. Dom is targeting Seth. Michelle is targeting Fairplay. Seth is targeting Dimitri. And the final people are Fairplay, Dimitri, and Michelle. Who do you want to see go between those three?
Fairplay, Dimitri, and Michelle. Probably Fairplay. Yeah. Well, I'd be fine with Dimitri going.
Okay. Well, nobody plays an idol. Fairplay, Dimitri, Michelle. God. 8-3-1. Michelle is out of here. That's unfortunate. You liked her, right?
Yeah, I like, but not, you know, like I'm not like she wasn't like my favorite player ever, but yeah, I liked Michelle.
Okay. Okay. This game is called Gone Shootin'. Everyone gets a gun. First person to hit wins.
This is reward. What they've been. Survivor has been leading up to this for years. They finally did it. They finally pulled the trigger, pun intended.
The group of Anthony, Colby, Dimitri, Jessica, Fairplay, and Seth Aaron win reward. They win tacos, burritos, quesadillas, and margaritas. That sounds so good. And maybe it's just because I've been stuck inside forever, and maybe it's because it's summertime now, but that sounds great. I would love that. And on top of all that deliciousness, they can send somebody to Ghost Island. Who do you think they'll send to Ghost Island? Thomas, it's between Suri, Dom, Ethan, Gretchen, Russell, and Sue.
I'll say that they send Dom.
They send Suri. She will return for the
next...
That
seems like a huge mistake, but okay.
At the next immunity challenge. No secret advantage is available. Why not?
Nobody's getting anything from this fucking island.
I just want to see Suri pick up Eric Reichenbach's immunity idol. Or immunity necklace that he gave up in Micronesia. Because she was the one who convinced him to do it. Full circle. He loved that on Survivor. Anthony William wins a challenge called Fijian Feast. It's an eating challenge. Is Anthony Williams a good eater? Is eating challenges a thing in Project Runway?
No.
Well, that's fucking stupid. It should be. It should be a challenge in every reality show. I don't know why they're not doing it in every reality show.
Yeah.
Anthony and Sue find something in common. It has a lasting impact. Dom Streeter is targeting Seth Aaron. She extremely despises him. And it's mutual. Jessica is targeting Suri. Russell considers Gretchen a threat. Dimitri considers Sue a threat. Gretchen considers Colby a threat. Of course, everybody's a threat at this point. Who are the targets? Gretchen, Ethan, and Sue are the final targets. You want to see Gretchen go from this, right?
Oh, of course.
Because you hate her, even though she's your favorite person?
Yeah, she's my favorite player, and I also hate her.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now is the time to do so. Russell uses the Project Runway hidden immunity idol on... Who do you think, Thomas?
Himself?
He uses it on Ethan.
Ah.
Yeah. Jeff reads the vote. Ethan, Sue, Gretchen. So, it would have been a tie between Gretchen and Ethan, but Russell was smart. Played that idol.
Yeah. Now Gretchen's gone.
Hooray! We hated Gretchen, right?
Yeah, you know why? I know you were always on board with this person that you've never seen before.
Yeah. It's really Gretchen Gate.
Yeah, it's definitely Gretchen Gate.
It's definitely Gretchen Gate, and we all know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one is called Caged Tigers. Divided into 2 teams of 5. 2 members will start in a canoe in the water, and that's the whole challenge. Group 1 is the winning team. It is Suri, Dimitri, Dom, Fairplay, and Sue. They win a helicopter flight to a bluff overlooking the islands. Winning group also sends 1 player to Ghost Island. They send Colby. Feeling very good about that. Colby has an opportunity to risk his vote for a chance to win a secret advantage. Do you think he does it?
I think he does not do it.
You are correct. He follows everyone else's direction and does not wager his vote.
What is the point? What is the point of the season?
I was so ready for everybody to wager their vote on everything, but apparently not. Each person must balance a ball on a disc, which is attached to ropes. It's called Take the Reins. Last person standing wins. Who do you think wins this one? It's a balance challenge. Who's the best at balance? It's a game they always play in Survivor.
Well, Ty's not in this season,
Ty is not in this season. He is off.
I'll say Ethan.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah.
That's a point for you. Okay. Sue still has her idol that she found in, like, episode 1. Everybody targets everybody. The alliances and factions target Seth Aaron, Anthony, and Sue Hawk. Sue is, I feel like, a nominee in every tribal council.
Yeah, she's been on the chopping block for a while.
Nobody plays her idol. Nobody being Sue. Okay. The votes are Sue, Seth, Aaron, Anthony, Sue, Anthony, Sue, Anthony. So it's 7 votes for Anthony, 3 for Sue, 1 for Seth Aaron. So Anthony is the next out. How do you feel about that one, Thomas?
I remember liking him okay, but I wasn't super attached.
Sure. The merged tribe idol is not currently hidden. Apparently there isn't one because of Ghost Island. I don't remember this season very well. This this challenge is called Crocodile Rock, which we all know is an Elton John song. Why on Ghost Island are all of the challenges named after living rock stars?
I don't know.
Divided into 2 teams of 5, castaways must pull up on a bar. That's the entire challenge. Colby wins immunity for the first group. Suri wins immunity for the second group. You kind of remember that. I remember that in David vs. Goliath, but not in Ghost Island. But in my defense, Ghost Island was like 3 years ago, and I can't remember a week ago. So, oh man, Thomas. Colby and Sue have a major fight.
Oh no. About what?
It doesn't say. What do you think they fought about?
I don't know. Maybe Colby found out that Sue didn't know how to spell his name, or didn't care how to spell his name.
Yeah, she's been spelling his name with a K this whole time.
Yeah. I know it was you. You know how my name's spelled.
Kolbee.
Stop doing this.
There's an alliance of Suri, Colby, Dimitri, Jessica, and Russell, but Jessica leaves that alliance. So that's interesting. The final targets are Dom and Seth Aaron. Who would you rather see between those two leave?
Probably Dom.
Suri and Jessica find something in common. Fairplay and Jessica bond slightly. Final targets are Dimitri, Johnny Fairplay, and Jessica Lewis. Oh, so there's two tribal councils this time. Who would you rather see between those three?
Probably Fairplay.
Okay, well, we'll see. First tribal council. Nobody plays Hidden Immunity Idol. Dom, Seth Aaron. Everybody votes for Seth Aaron. Okay. In the second tribal council, nobody has any eligible items, so nobody plays anything. Dimitri, Fairplay, Jessica, Dimitri, Jessica. It's a tie. They re-vote. Jessica, the tribe has spoken. Unfortunate. She got votes from...
It is what it is.
She got votes from Suri and Ethan. Unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Okay, down to the final 8. I hope somebody gets something from Ghost Island at some point. This one's called A Quick Affair. Castaways must race across a series of obstacles. Ethan wins reward. He shares the reward with Suri, Fairplay, and Sue. He sends Russell to Ghost Island. Russell does not wager his vote.
Fuck, come on, man! Somebody's got to do it. You'd think Russell, of all people, would.
Yeah, because he doesn't
Russell loves advantages.
He loves advantages. It's how he wins the game every time, except for never. Thomas, you're going to love this next challenge. It's called the ball drop. What do you think this challenge is?
They all celebrate New Year's Eve together.
They all celebrate New Year's Eve together, and whoever does it the best, Anderson Cooper and what's her name, Kathy Griffin, come and say, you celebrated the best, and the person who celebrated New Year's Eve the best this time was Sue Hawk, so she wins immunity, thanks to Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin. That's pretty good. Having immunity and having a hidden immunity idol going into the finale, 2 episodes before the finale, that's pretty good. Russell and Sue bond. Dom and Russell bond, but then Dom has a major meltdown. Dom and Dimitri are the final targets. Who do you want to see between those two leave?
I'm fine with either going.
Well, it's a unanimous vote. Dimitri gets all the votes.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time. Dimitri doesn't have good people skills.
Yeah. Okay, final 7. Let's see. Colby and Fairplay are in a pair for this challenge, which is called Always on the Run. This challenge, it's whoever does the best Bruce Springsteen impression, and it's a 2-man team. One person is Bruce Springsteen and the other person is Clarence, and everybody gets a play saxophone to be Clarence. Do you remember this challenge from Ghost Island?
Vaguely.
Colby and Fairplay are a pair. Who is Bruce Springsteen and who is Clarence? Between those two.
I think Colby is Bruce Springsteen.
I would agree. Dom and Sue Hawk. I think Sue Hawk's a working man, like Bruce Springsteen, right?
Yeah, definitely. She's very, very much like a blue collar, salt of the earth kind of player.
Suri and Ethan are the other contestants who are a pair. I don't think either of them are really either of those people. Group 1 does win reward. They share the reward with Ethan. Nobody picked Russell to be in their Bruce Springsteen Clarence cosplay, and it's very sad for Russell because he loves Bruce Springsteen. They win a chance to deliver supplies. Oh, who cares? They send Suri to Ghost Island. Will Suri take Ghost Island for what it's worth?
It would be nice.
Suri is on Ghost Island. There is a secret advantage available. She can wager her vote for a chance to win. Suri does wager her vote and
Finally.
wins the secret advantage.
Thank God.
Secret advantage data will be added in a future update. What does that mean?
What? No wonder nobody's been wagering. You don't actually get anything.
I hope they just like default to an idol or something. Okay, this one's called Seven Bridges Road. What can you tell me about the immunity challenge Seven Bridges Road, Thomas?
They have to cross 7 bridges and 7 roads.
Yep. Whoever does it fastest wins. Fair Play is the fastest bridge crosser. That's very exciting for Johnny Fairplay. I think Dom is the last Project Runway person, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, she is a final target along with Ethan and Colby. Man, you gotta cross your fingers for your girl Dom.
Yeah, I sure do.
Are you gonna be sad if she disappears?
I would like somebody to make it further.
Sue has her idol still. Last tribal before the finale. She does not play it. Colby, Ethan, Dom. Sorry, bud. She's out. It was just the last one, you know? Happens. Final 6. Suri, Colby, Ethan, Fairplay, Russell, and Sue. All
It's a really strong final 6.
Yeah, all old school players too. Who is your winner pick from those 6? It's weird to think that Ethan's the most recent player.
Suri.
Fingers crossed. She does have that that advantage that has no power.
Yeah. Well, she'll get to the final 3 again, and they'll be like, "Twist, we're doing final 2 again. Sorry."
The merge tribe hidden immunity idol is currently not hidden. Of course it isn't, because Ghost Island apparently sucks on this website. Okay. This challenge is called Vin Scully, and Scully is spelled with a K. Do you remember anything about this challenge, Thomas? Vin Scully with a K?
No, I mean, I know Vin Scully's like the play-by-play guy for the Los Angeles Dodgers and has been doing that forever. I think he might be retired.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember
You
this.
don't remember this episode where the real Vin Scully came on and guest hosted or guest judged, who did the best
Oh,
Vin
yeah,
Scully
and did commentary or something?
Yeah, he did commentary on the Vin Scully impression contest, which Russell was surprisingly good at. He won immunity and reward. He shared his reward of steak dinner with baked potato bread and dessert with Suri and Colby. That's a powerful final 3 if they choose to. Suri and Ethan find something in common. Really? In the finale? It's like it's taken this long for them to bond over something. Colby and Sue bond strongly. Oh, they were at each other's throats earlier, remember. Final targets are Sue.
Does it
and
have a lasting
Fairplay.
impact, though? That's what I want to know.
It does not have a lasting impact. But you know what?
Wow,
It's the
all right
finale.
then.
What's going to have... there's like 3 days left. Okay, Sue has the Survivor Hidden Immunity Idol. If anyone has a Hidden Immunity Idol and they'd like to play it, now is the time to do so. Sue is a target. It's the final 6. She does not play her Hidden Immunity Idol.
Why?
She gets the first vote. Ethan, fair play. Sue, you're so lucky. Oh my god. This is nerve-wracking. Fairplay's out at final 6. He deserves it. Suri, Russell, and Colby are still in alliance. Okay, Thomas, you have to remember this challenge. It is called Pyramid Scheme.
Yes.
What can you tell me about Pyramid Scheme, the challenge for immunity?
Oh, I just remember the name of it. I don't remember what they do.
Okay. This is who can get the most friends in Amway.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And no surprise, oil baron Russell Hance wins immunity. Did you know that Russell Hance is an oil baron?
I did not know that.
It's true. Sue still has her idol. Colby is targeting Ethan. Ethan is targeting Colby. Suri is targeting Sue. Final targets are Sue and Ethan. Final 5 vote. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now is the time to do so. Sue finally plays her idol. Any votes cast for Sue will not count. It is the final 5. How many votes do you think Sue got?
What if she got all of them? That would be fun.
That would be fun. She instead gets only 1. She didn't even need to play her idol. Colby got 1 vote. Ethan got 3 votes. So Ethan's out of here. Newest school player Ethan Zahn is out. It is between Suri Fields, who last played in Game Changers, Colby, who last played in Heroes vs. Villains, as did Russell Hantz, and Sue Hawk, who last played in All-Stars. What a... Reddit would love this Final 4. It's everybody's favorite 4 people from Survivor. Thomas, stacked up. What can you tell me about the immunity challenge? The Final 4 immunity challenge stacked up.
They all form. They all have to stand on top of each other. They all have to get on their hands and knees and get on top of each other.
And it was whoever was the person on top when they finally got it to balance. That was the person who won immunity. You would think it would be Sue, because she's the smallest person, you would imagine. But it's actually Colby. Colby was a high school cheerleader. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but that certainly gives him an advantage.
I don't know if that's actually true, but I wouldn't be surprised. The final 4 go to Ghost Island. And it's useless because nothing occurs. It literally the next page in this season says nothing occurred. Colby votes to give one other castaway immunity. He votes to give immunity to Sue. Suri and Russell compete in fire making. Who wins the fire making challenge between Suri and Russell, Thomas?
Suri.
Yes, she does.
Hell yeah.
What if she got screwed by another bullshit twist? Final 3 face the jury. It is Suri, Colby, and Sue. How will these votes shake out, Thomas?
Suri wins every vote.
Suri wins every vote. Let's see. It's time to reveal the winner. Sue, Colby, Suri, Sue, Colby. Sue. Sue wins. 6-2
Jesus,
2.
Wow.
Anthony voted for Suri. Dimitri voted for Sue. Dom voted for Suri. Ethan voted for Sue. Gretchen voted for Sue. Jessica voted for Sue. Fairplay and Michelle voted for Colby. Russell and Seth Aaron voted for Sue. I think solid season.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite? Because the fans, they picked their favorite, but your favorite is not always the same as the fan favorite. For example, you love Ghost Island. It's your favorite season. Not everybody loves Ghost Island.
It's a good season. I don't know if I had a favorite.
I think you did, and I think it was Gretchen Jones. The fans loved
did they vote for Gretchen
Jones. Yes.
What? That's the opposite. That's the opposite of what would happen. She's a notoriously reviled Project Runway player. I don't know. Maybe that stuff plays better to the Survivor audience. I don't know.
I think so. Colby won the most challenges overall and the most immunities. Johnny Fairplay won the most rewards. Jessica Lewis received the most votes. And Sue and Russell were tied for the most idol finds with 1. What a different season this Ghost Island was than the last one.
Yeah, really.
Original. Okay. Thomas, we'll have this one be quick because it's already been long. Did you watch the Challenge Total Madness last night?
No.
Man, you're missing out. I think I forgot to mention last week, Bear was the other person eliminated in that double elimination. So that made me very happy. It's amazing once they add a person I hate more than Johnny Bananas, how much more I like seeing Johnny Bananas on my TV screen instead of them. This week it was a women's double elimination because they, again, didn't have enough people to go into the final. Casey from Big Brother nominated herself to win a Red Skull, and so did Anissa. So then the tribunal nominated Kayla and Jenna. Kayla and Jenna both lost their elimination, which means Nani is the only person left from the Holy Trinity. Do you like the Holy Trinity alliance, Thomas?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Who's in it?
3 people.
Yep.
It's a trinity.
Yep. So with Anissa winning this elimination, it means that she is the first person to win an elimination in 3 different decades. Isn't that impressive?
That is very impressive. Anissa's always been like a very good physical player.
This has been a very good season for Anissa. Everybody loves Anissa this season because she doesn't get involved with any drama. She just kind of is there for the reaction shots, and it's very fun. We love Anissa now. Okay. This is the end of Survivor versus Project Runway. I think we can all agree, probably the best simulated season anybody's ever done.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm quite partial to the Braun Strowman season that we did.
The Braun Strowman season was very good.
The Braun Strowman tribe is still the best tribe that we've ever made.
I do not remember who ended up winning that one, but I do know Braun Strowman
Probably
had
Braun Strowman.
a very big advantage.
I mean, if we're playing the odds, it was probably a Braun Strowman.
If you haven't listened to that, I would highly recommend going back and listening to that. I do not remember what episode it is, but it is called Beauty versus Brains versus Braun.
Bro!
Universal Champion Braun Strowman on Survivor. It's very exciting. But we're not doing that next week. We've already done that. Next week, we could do another simulated season, but I don't want to burn out on those too quickly.
Yeah, I think 3 in a row is too many.
Yeah. Our second choice, Adam Klein has a travel show on YouTube that is enjoyable. I've watched a few episodes. I've enjoyed it. So we could do that. Third option is to start another season, which we did talk about a little earlier. Is there a season that you definitely want to watch, that you're like dying to watch?
I would like to watch San Juan del Sur.
I would love to watch San Juan del Sur. It's always my go-to whenever I get people in.
Jake, it's not a competition for who wants to watch it more.
Okay, well, if it was, I would be winning like I win the points every season. I also, if the off-season ends up being long enough that we need to watch 2 seasons maybe, I think after San Juan del Sur, we should start Gabon, because it's apparently the silliest season. And I've never seen it. Have you seen Gabon?
I have not seen Gabon.
Okay. So we'll start San Juan del Sur next week, and then if Jeff Probst decides to wait until November to start the new season, then maybe we'll do Gabon after that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's all up in the air. Next week, San Juan del Sur, episode 1. What do you know of San Juan del Sur, Thomas? What do you know happens?
That's the one that Natalie won, correct?
Correct. So you know that, obviously. You know Jeremy's in it.
I know Jeremy's in it. I know that she gets revenge for Jeremy.
Yeah, that's like the overall plot line of the season. But there's a lot of really, really good stuff. Like, I think knowing that going in will make you appreciate her game more.
I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Yeah.